Hello there. Tonight we are going to be attempting the Geonosian fleet mission. It is not a easy or straightforward mission by any stretch of the imagination. There is lots of RNG that you need to hit in order to succeed at the mission. Now, the RNG factor is kind of dependent on the situation you're in. Sometimes you don't get a choice, you automatically lose. Other times you might have certain ships still alive, and the RNG kind of changes based on which ships you have alive. Hopefully, you have all of them alive, and that makes the battle much easier. I have attempted this many times. I estimate about a 30% success rate, which is about as good as you can get unless CG releases a new fleet. So the Geonosis fleet mission requires a Leviathan, and generally Sith Fighter is brought in for its turn meter gain. People have gotten successes with TIE Dagger. I'm going to stay away from TIE Dagger only because there's no turn meter gain and people still lose sometimes with TIE Dagger in there. Some people report better success, other people have not gotten a single success. To me, I'm going to stick with Sith Fighter because all of my successes have come from Sith Fighter except during the very early days before Leviathan was out, where you could get a whole string of dodges from TIE Defender and Executrix. Fortunately, we're not relying on that level of RNG because that literally has less than 1% chance of winning. The odds here is slightly better, but it's not anywhere close to being reliable. Let's go into battle. The good thing about this fleet is that you won't be wasting a lot of time if you're going to lose. Usually, what you're hoping for at the beginning is they land a bomb. Unfortunately, we didn't get a bomb to land. So it's not looking great at all. In this case, we're going to try and win without landing a bomb. We might be able to pull it off, but it's a little bit harder. We're still going to destroy their engines. We're going to try to do a basic, see if we can inflict a debuff. And of course, it got resisted. Now, because there is a debuff, we're going to go ahead and do the mass assist and hope for some turn meter gain. Alright, so we got past the initial part where we gained some turn meter, then that's solely because of Sith Fighter. Now the trick is trying to figure out who to stun. I'm going to go ahead and stun Geonosian Star Soldier here. That might help with limit the amount of attacks that we do. And usually the first move I would do is go ahead and put Retribution up on everyone. Alright. Let's see, I'm going to target Geonosian Soldier and try to bring it down. Or should I bring down Vulture Droid? Well, we might not get a chance to hit Geonosian Soldier again, so let's go ahead and hit Geonosian Soldier. Get some turn meter gain, as you can see. I'm going to heal up for Sith Fighter. I'm going to try to keep Sith Fighter alive. They bring reinforcement. That causes them to daze. We counterattack and causes us to gain 10 stacks because we were under 10. That's another soldier. Alright. Let's see now. So we also counterattack and gain turn meter there too. Against the Geonosian soldier. Let's go ahead and Maybe we'll start working on this vulture droid, get rid of one of the minions. Sadly, we couldn't destroy one of their engines yet, so that's the sad part. At this point, we're going to lose retribution, so there's no point. I think we can go ahead and try to hit him, hit Geonosis spy, and get some turn meter here. So again, he loses his stealth, but it doesn't matter. I'm going to go ahead and hit him. And basically, as you can see, we try to get every new ship, hit every new ship that is debuffed, so that we can get some turn meter gain, and that will help get us to our second ship. So we're going to go ahead and kill off this ship. Hopefully they don't target our Sith fighter. They just keep on focusing on the bait ship. And we can only stun Geonosis soldier. Now this is an option. I'm going to go ahead and bring out my next reinforcement, which is the scimitar. And the goal is we're going to put retribution on Mark 6. He's going to taunt, of course. We're going to go ahead and just do a basic here. Ouch. Heal up for Sith fighter. Let's heal up Sith fighter again, destroy their engines. Now we should be able to take over their ship. As you can see, no bombs was landed here. Let's go ahead. Oh, that's not a good sign. They mass assist. That's really not good. Okay. We definitely will need to take over their ship. This is, again, depending on how much ships you have alive, the RNG can really change. I did not expect Spy to mass assist and kill off one of the ships already, which is really bad. We're going to go ahead. We're going to just target. Yeah, we're just going to target Sunfac. Should be the weakest hitting ship. And he just killed off Ultra Droid. Wow. Wow. That mass assist. Things were going super well. But again, one mass assist from Spy, and all of a sudden, my Mark 6 is gone. If my Mark 6 had any more stacks, he probably could have survived. Well, I'm still going to upload this. This was a loss, but it was looking, we could have gotten a win. That's why the win rate is about 30%. But it just shows that there is, even if you don't get the bomb, there is still that chance of winning.